Hey my loves, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to the 20 series. If this is your first time here, my name is Nanoibe. Please don't make it your last by clicking on the subscribe button and also giving this video a thumbs up if you end up liking it. If you're new here, we have this series going on this channel. We call it the 20 series, where I talk to people in their 20s about life in the 20s basically. I am also in my 20s, so this is the second episode of this series. I'll link the first episode somewhere up here or in the description box, so make sure you go back to watch it after watching this video.
I got it now. I know right now.
In this episode, we'll be talking about things you shouldn't be ashamed of in your 20s. As you already know, 20s is that time where a lot of try and error goes on. And there are a lot of things that we are usually ashamed of and we shouldn't be ashamed of. I have been ashamed of some of these things myself, and then I realized I shouldn't be even ashamed of this. While some, I haven't really being in that position because let me say I was aware, if that is the right word to use. The first on my list you shouldn't be ashamed of in your 20s is not being able to afford things. If you're in your 20s and you're not a millionaire yet, my dear, you are doing perfectly okay. As long as you are putting effort into the things you're doing and you can afford your basic amenities, your 20s is the time to discover yourself. I read something on Instagram and it says, if you are 24, you are just a 4-year-old adult. You get that? This is the time for you to discover yourself. So it is okay if you haven't figured everything out yet, especially when it comes to finances. It is okay if you cannot afford a luxury apartment yet, or even go out twice in a month. Almost every video online now is people moving into a new apartment. It is everywhere. You open TikTok, it is there. You open Instagram, it is there. Even YouTube, moving vlogs, apartment tours, and the algorithm is even helping things because once you see one of these and like that video or comment on that video, they'll just guess what? Most of these people you are watching and you are asking if they have two heads, they might even be supported. They're having support from their family. You're only seeing what they want you to see. This is social media. It is very, very okay for you to say, I cannot afford this at this moment. The second thing on my list is being airy. I know this might be random, but this one hits me personally. And I know there are a lot of people out there too who are airy and who might have thought about shaving off their hair, either because they were abused or they are seeing everyone shave off their hairs on social media. Whether you like it or not, social media has a great impact in our lives. And if you're not careful, you start living by its rules. I was actually abused, called names. And I remember a particular time when I shaved off the legs, the hairs on my legs, and my mom caught me and gave me the reason of my life and proceeded to educate me on why I shouldn't shave off my hairs. I was growing up and I was becoming confident about my body. Only for me to come on social media and see people shaving off their hairs. I was like, I was taken back. I was taken back for a while. I went back to that feeling for a while. I have to start thinking of it over and over again if this is the right thing to do or not. I've passed that age of being ashamed because I am hairy. And when I see people shave off their hairs, I'm like, do you, babe? Do you? Whereas in real life, people are dying to have these hairs. People love hairy people. People adore hairy people. Like, if you're hairy and you walk on the streets, don't you see how people stare at you and most people actually compliment you? In case you notice any changes, I ran out of space. I had to go and do some transferring here and there. So I could have space. And I noticed that my one of my bro was a lot darker than the other one. So I went ahead to do some touches. So before we continue, take out 2 minutes to admire this gorgeousness. Admire this gorgeousness. In case you're not following me on Instagram, run now. Use the highest speed that you have. Run now. I'm gonna follow your Instagram before the gods get angry. I'm serious. Before the gods get angry, go and follow me on Instagram. Please, guys, go and follow me on Instagram and subscribe to my channel. So let's go. What was I? I was saying I have passed that stage where I'm ashamed of being airy. And when I see people shaving off there, I'm like, come on, babe, do you while I do me, okay? So if you're an airy person, you don't have to be ashamed. You don't have to shave it off. You are perfect the way you are. People adore you. People love you. People want to have what you have. So don't change yourself for anything. Don't shave off your hair. Don't shave it off. Leave it. People love you. People love you. And you should love yourself. Okay? So don't shave off your hair. So the third thing on my list you shouldn't be ashamed of is being fat or skinny. Being fat or skinny is not a disease, and God knows why He gave you that body He gave you. 80% of the time, your size depends on your genetics. Your genetics play a lot of role on your size. If your parents are on the big side, or one of your parents is on the big side, there's every possibility that you would look like one of your parents. The same as if your parents or one of the parents is on the slimmer side. There's every possibility that you look like one of your parents. You didn't fall down from the sky. There's a difference between being obese and being fat, same as being skinny. You don't have to listen to people asking you to shed some weight or add up, because these people will be the first to say something else when you do. Embrace your body. If you want to lose weight or add some weight, do it because of you, not because of other people. The way some people wishes to be skinny, it is the same way some people wishes to add weight. It cannot be balanced. There is always two sides of a coin. There are always two sides of everything. There are people who wants to be like you, in case you do not know. The fourth thing on my list you shouldn't be ashamed of in your 20s is wanting to wait for the right person. I know 20s is a crucial age, and a lot of people can easily get influenced, especially if you're around people that do not share the same values with you. But believe it or not, most people wish they have waited, but they won't tell you. But instead, flaunt an objective that makes it look like they made the right choices. Any choice you make is the right choice. So if you decide to wait for the right person, it's the right choice. You're doing the right thing, so you don't have to be ashamed of it. Whether you are single or in a relationship, or haven't been in a relationship, or even married, you shouldn't be ashamed of it. Your relationship status is your choice. Do not allow anyone shame you for it. A lot of people want to be where you are. So what do they do when they can't be in that position that you are? They shame you for it. So your relationship status is your choice to make. So guys, we have come to the end of this video. If you haven't watched the previous episode, go ahead to watch it. And don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I'll see you in my next one.